A flight into New York more than 35 years ago. Trump's hands, she says, were everywhere.
I don't think I said a word. During the late 60s, 70s, and into the 80s, culture had instilled in us that somehow it was our fault. That we received from men, that we were responsible for their behavior. You didn't complain to the authorities, you didn't complain to your boss. If something happened to you, you just bucked up and you went on. I thought to myself, gee, I wish the stewardess would come and rescue me.
The Times says Donald Trump categorically and angrily denied the allegations to their reporter. The campaign publicly calls it fiction. The CNN Reliable Sources anchor Brian Stelter has new reporting on it. So you just talked to one of the reporters about how they got this story, Brian.
Yes, Anderson, one of the Times reporters who wrote this story, Michael Barbaro, says it may not have happened were it not for your questions at the debate on Sunday. And the other reporter whose byline is on the story, Megan Toohey, just told me that one of the two women, reached out back after a story in May. This was a previous story the Times wrote about these issues, about Donald Trump's behavior. The other woman only reached out to the Times after the debate on Sunday night.
You've got some reporting also on how Trump personally reacted to the allegations.
That's right. He was yelling on the phone to Megan Toohey, yelling at her and saying she's a disgusting human being. He delivered a legal threat verbally on the phone that night. And then Trump's office followed up this afternoon with another legal threat to the New York Times, essentially threatening to sue the newspaper if it published the story. Tonight, the executive editor, Dean Baquet, tells me there was no question the Times was going to move forward with this story despite the legal threats. He said, quote, "I think it is pretty evident this story falls clearly in the realm of public service journalism and discussing issues that arose from the tape and his comments since it surfaced."
All right, Brian Stelter, appreciate that. Back with the panel. Philip, the fact that Donald Trump is threatening to sue the New York Times, I mean, he threatens